Hi everyone and welcome back to For Women in India. Today we will be talking about Margaret Atwood. Margaret Atwood is a world-renowned author. Most of her work is focused on gender, politics and women. She is more popularly known for her book, The Handmaid's Tale, published in 1985, for which she has received several awards. The book imagines a country where women have lost all independence and are being held hostage for childbearing. An adaptation of the book has received 11 Emmy Awards. In light of current restrictions on women's reproductive rights in the US, the book continues to hold relevance and popularity. Margaret was very vocal about Trump administration for curtailing women's rights. Margaret Eleanor Atwood was born in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada in 1939 to Carl and Margaret Atwood. Her dad was an entomologist, insect scientist, while her mother was a dietitian. She spent a lot of time in rural regions and traveled frequently because of her dad's work. She spent most of her early days in North Quebec until she moved to Toronto at the age of 7. She was a devoted reader from an early age. She also wrote and drafted many stories at a young age, and at the age of 16 she made her commitment to pursue writing as a career. In pursuit of a dream, she moved on to study at Victoria College and received her BA degree in 1961 and her master's degree from Radcliffe College in 1962. She also studied at Harvard University in 1963. She started her career as a lecturer in English at the University of British Columbia, Vancouver in 1964. She was also an instructor at Sir George Williams University, Montreal, University of Alberta and York University of Toronto. In 1971, she became the writer-in-residence at the University of Toronto. She was the president of the Writers' Union of Canada from May 1981 to May 1982. She was also the president of International PEN Canadian Centre from 1984 to 1986. She was one of the honorary presidents of the Rare Bird Society within BirdLife International. In the early years of her career, Atwood devoted most of her time to poetry and teaching. Her first book of poetry was published in 1961. The collection won E. J. Pratt Medal, named after one of the most distinguished Canadian poets of the modern era, and was very well received by the literary community. In the years 1965 and 1966, she published 3 collections of poetry: Kaleidoscopes, a poem, Talesman for Children, and Speeches for Dr. Frankenstein, and also The Circle Game. The Circle Game won the prestigious Governor General's Literary Award. In 1968, she published her 5th collection of poetry, The Animals in That Country. In 1969, she published her first novel, The Edible Women. The satirical novel examines how a young woman gains awareness in a consumeristic structured world, foreshadowing many of the themes that Atwood would write about in the future. In the 1970s, she published 3 more novels: Surfacing 1972, Lady Oracle 1976, and Life Before Man 1979. She covers topics such as gender identity and sexual politics. She continued to write her poetry collection as well as fictional novels during these years. In 1977, she also published a short story, The Dancing Girls, that won the St. Lawrence Award for Fiction and the Periodical Distributors of Canada for Short Fiction Award. In 1985, her most famous book, The Handmaid's Tale, was published and won the Arthur C. Clarke Award and the Governor General's Literary Award, among others, and was nominated for the Booker Prize. Margaret Atwood has received over 55 awards. Most of her books have been translated into several foreign languages. And that's it in today's episode. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like the video, then please share, like and subscribe to our channel.
Like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon to never miss an update.